a manifest. Protect, never neglect me. Shop them, so elect. The Messiah, so he said, you get
You're locked in with the Mix King, DJ Terror.
You from East, you from West. Lord divide so big up on the chest. From the worst to the best. Greatness just a manifest. Protect, never neglect.
You're locked in with the Mix King, DJ Terror.
You from East, you from West. Lord divide so big up on the chest. From the worst to the best. Greatness just a manifest. Protect, never neglect me. Shop them, so elect. The Messiah, so he said. You get the picture, painting perfect.
But my people stay far away. I see them far away. But my people stay far away.
Stay far away.
Burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the fire, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them.
Yo, DJ Terror, Kiko.
But my people stay far away. Stay far away.
Yo, Melis, the far away. I want to live far away.
Burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the fire, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them.
They don't want me to make it, so me take them to the basic. Teach them fit tie them laces. Been through so many cases and seen so many faces, but some of them so racist. I mean, I stop saying me graces. Oh, our Father praises. You from East, you from West. Lord divide so big up on the chest. From the worst to the best. Greatness just a manifest. Protect, never neglect me. Shop them, so elect. The Messiah, so he said. You get the picture, give me perfect.
But my people stay far away. I see them far away. But my people stay far away.
Stay far away. Here we go again. Me don't see the faith in a them. The fire me a burn, it can't cool again. Me a put all of them get clean.
Burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the fire, burn them, burn them, burn them, give me the dash, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them, burn them.
I want them to try now, like to rap the head one tie down. Stand up for the reading now, we know come here feel lie down. Hear me shake with the sky now, levels get real high now. How much you have to step, clap out like my shadow. Look at the youths, come from afar, defend the truth, plenty balance can. Put in the words, go for what you want. Don't let nobody tell you say you can't. Be a baller, what a mic and chant, what a meditation, don't make it slant. No got no ego, so they can massage. Straight down the lane like a Kevin Durant. What me tell them?
But my people stay far away.
When I see them
Far away.
when I see them bad mind people stay far away. Stay far away.
I see you. I know you see me too. Walking on two body. But please don't tell my girl. The population very, very small. He got a lot of woman, but a little bit of man. Everybody, 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 put some man. Everybody, 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 put some man. Man, dip, and you back, girl, dip, 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 back it up, girl, dip, 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 and you back, girl, dip, dip, dip. It is a blessing for you to walk in Master's band. Yes, blessing. If I come and take my jam, yes, it could have been another way. So you better give praise and you better give thanks, and it would be a blessing if you could expedite this way. Blessing, something I know you will appreciate. Cause it could have been another way. So you better give praise and you better give thanks. Turn around, yeah, turn around. Pick your position and don't make a sound. I am the one in control of you. Just at your back and I will know what to do. Don't do that, yeah, don't do that. The way you move is like you're setting a trap. I do not know what is wrong with you. If you insist, I'll show you what I will do. Girl, if you bend like that, I give you walk. And if you bend like that, yes, I give you walk. Girl, if you bend like that, yes, I give you walk. And if you bend like that, I'll put a blessing in your belly. Better who are you join? I'll put a blessing in your belly. Better who are you join? I'll put a blessing in your belly. Better who are you join? I'll put a blessing in your belly. Better who are you join? Ladies, look how the blessings are falling from the sky. Blessings are roll like a river. We got the blessings in we hand. Ladies, come get it. Hey, don't shy. Run in, run in. Blessings for all over, baby. We got it. Oh, it is a blessing for us to get to sit today. Blessings, the way you want to come give it to me. It could have been another way, so you better give praise and you better give thanks. Oh, it is a blessing, and I hope you understand it's a blessing. This is like a movie on demand. It could have been another way, so you better give praise and you better give thanks. Turn around, yeah, turn around. Pick your position and don't make a sound. I am the one in control of you. Just at your back and I will know what to do. Don't do that, yeah, don't do that. The way you move is like you're setting a trap. I do not know what is wrong with you. If you insist, I'll show you what I will do.
Stainforth.
Say she call me by me cell phone. Them gyal they say they love her the ringtone. She call me by me iPhone. Them gyal they say they love her the ringtone. Ringtone, don't me she soul. Ringtone, ringing in she home. Ringtone, up in her she soul. Ringtone, ringing in she home. Ting-a-ling, 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 ting-tang. Ting-a-ling, 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 ting-tang. Yes. Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling, ting-tang. Ting-a-ling, ting-a-ling, ting-tang. Ting-a-ling, 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 ting-tang. Watch out. Hello. This girl ain't keeping me for nothing good. Hello. Must be the way how I did such a thing. She say you better come back and get to put more settings in she iPhone. Hello. This thing is getting deep and serious. Hello. I need a weapon blow, now did you say? She knows I know technology. That's why she want me come and change the ringtone.
Last night, why me a ring off your phone? Every time we call your phone, say you just not pick up. Last night, why me a ring off your phone? Every time we call your phone, say you just not pick up.
And shot. That's what she do.
We ready? Gone to Pam Pam girls, that's coming, yeah. Represent for your team. Cherry does in the front, the cherry for we, yeah. Small and still so sweet. Look how we got them up, look how we got them jamming. Represent for your team. Look how we got them with, look how we got them jumping. Represent for your team. Hey, when I said carnival, you said bacchanal. Carnival, bacchanal, carnival, bacchanal. When I said carnival, you said bacchanal. Carnival, bacchanal. Let's do this.
Ready, pam, pam, girls, them day. Ready, pam, pam, girls, them day. Come see you on, 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 cheerleaders, cheerleaders, cheerleaders. Put up your left foot like a cheerleader. Put up your right foot like a cheerleader. Go left, go left, go left, go left, go right, go right, go right, go right. Cheerleaders, cheerleaders, cheerleaders. Cheerleaders, cheerleaders, cheerleaders. Carnival, mash up. Bring you flag, bring you rock, and wave it, wave it, wave it. Carnival for big mouse.
Look what trouble. How we jam stick? I got it up stick. I got it jam stick. I got it. Look how we turn the body stick. I got it up stick. I got it jam stick. I got it. Look how we turn the body. Look how we ready. People rocking steady. Just at the time of the year again. She step messy, but I'm in the party. We come feed up the road again. And so we turn it up a notch. Man, a big band, so we ready for the clash. I say we are the big band, big band. No time to baby band, out and bad. Come put your hands in the air, and some flags in the air. Ready to go jam, come. Hands in the air, and see gunners everywhere. Ready to go jam, come. Hands in the air, and see flags in the air. Ready to go jam, come. Hands in the air, and see gunners in the air. So we turn it on. Hands in the air. Oh, we jam stick. I got it up stick. I got the jam stick. I got it. Look how we turn the body stick. I got the up stick. I got the jam stick. I got it. Look how we turn the body, turn it up. I want to see you mash it up. Don't make the band and turn it up.
DJ Terror.
Everybody in this world got a special place called home. And everybody in this world got a place called home. Whether you're the in a foreign in the cold, rep your area code. Check me area code, me rep me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the road like this, touch up the road like this, touch up the place like this, touch up the stage like this, like this, like this, like this. Come rep your place, rep your flag, where you're from, who you are. The world is a stage, social place like a star. You little but we digging that we come from. We roll, yeah, so we roll, yeah. High performance anytime we touch the
Say this was for real. I know they could feel. it. So come and let me seal the deal. Because man a real top shotter. What the boy feel like? Man a real top shotter. Let them know that in a deep business say I say bombers. Everybody comes and tell me because man a real top shotter. Man a real top shotter. Me not lie. Cause everybody don't know music is the art of the day. You better spread the word. So whenever we come to play, we come to mash up the play. That's right. I tell you, rock up the place, God. See the body, how everybody wants it. Pull up a style and say we pull up a the skill. Cool, we can cool and not chill. We can chill. I want see everybody. Hand in the air signal. Signal to the left signal. Everybody. Signal to the right signal. Everybody. Signal to the left signal. Double time. Go left, right. Signal baby. Left, right. Signal baby. I don't want them once, twice, 3 times, and them not learn. Till everything must feel when the fire burn. So what we gonna do? Blaze it up. Some cannot breathe, and some doesn't heal. And some got up a load of speed. But man a real top shotter. Man a real top shotter. Set me on the loose, cause they come here so be kill. Any sound we step up, cause they not in a me will. Man a real top shotter. Me tell them early. Man a real top shotter. How can you tell me you are winner when you ain't run the race? Lie number 10. And as of late I realize some of my friends are book and a way. You know what? Cut them off like a cake car. Everybody wants it. Pull up a style and say we pull up at the skill. Cool, we can cool and a chill. We can chill and watch the everybody. Hand in the air signal. I know girls. It's a family tree. Apple don't fall far from the tree. That's what they say. I chip off the old block. It's what don't change. Listen to me. It's all kind of habits. It's all kind of ways I stick around. Just I cannot stop it. It's in my blood. Just look at my family. Trace it as far back as you are. Not me alone. It's not me alone. It's a family trait that have me so. That's why I can't change. No. It's my family ways that have me go. And they just like me. Hey, it's we that's being a pet. Just make sure the party starts. So be proud that we name. They can't tell we apart. It's something about family. I'm telling you from the heart. They just like me. Once we together link up wherever we safe. That's how we stay. Branch from the same tree. Don't go away. That thing go change. It's all kind of habits. It's all kind of ways that stick around. Just I cannot stop it. It's in my blood. Just look at me family. Trace it as far back as you will not be alone. It's not be alone. It's a family trait that have me so. That's why I can't change. No. It's me family ways that have me go. And they just like me.
The rolling deep, boy, yo, hey, we and repeat, yeah, come on, hey. When me and my girlfriend notice alcohol in abundance, we in every bed to show the half our tenants, and we drinking stronger, no rum they have cannot bend us. When they see we out, they know we doing tremendous, and we out to have a time, like when you see Bonnie music, like that's how me and my girl does right, yeah. And we come to build the vibes. It's been you keep the party alive. So don't act like you surprised. It's the perfect mix, love and alcohol. It's love and alcohol. Baby, let's start the bacchanal. Them can't bother we at all. I tell them love and alcohol. It's love and alcohol. Baby, let's start the bacchanal. Them can't bother we at all. I tell them that is the perfect mix. That is the perfect mixture. That is the perfect mix. Love and alcohol. Yeah, yeah, that is the perfect mix. That is the perfect mixture. That is the perfect mix. Love and alcohol, yeah, yeah. We drinking on plenty rum, trying to release some pressure. But me and me gal ain't living this petty and no stretcher. We don't cater for haters, we don't pay no mind to down pressures. And clearly I see there ain't no couple that do it better. And we out to have a time, like when you see Bonnie music, like that's how me and me gal does right, yeah. And we come to build the vibes. It's me who keep the party alive. So don't act like you surprised. It's the perfect mix, love and alcohol. It's love and alcohol. Baby, let's start the bacchanal. Them can't bother we at all. I tell them love and alcohol. It's love and alcohol. Baby, let's start the bacchanal. Them can't bother we at all. I tell them that is the perfect mix. That is the perfect mixture. That is the perfect mix. Love and alcohol. Yeah, yeah. That is the perfect mix. That is the perfect mixture. That is the perfect mix. Love and alcohol. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. Ladies. Ah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something is telling me to wake up. What could it be? I hearing a beat, it make me shake up. Right on my sleep, it's the rhythm jamming a force inside me. So tell me why should I avoid it? Just tell me about it, let me find it. That bumper you can find me behind it. A bottle of rum and me whining. We doing all day, it's okay. Just tell me about it, let me find it. That bumper you can find me behind it. A bottle of rum and me whining. We doing all day, 'cause all I feel is love, yeah. And it's quite amazing. It keeps the fire blazing up. It's a fire built with love. It fills me up, yeah. And I cannot take it. It keeps the fire blazing up. It's a fire built with love. We only want real, real good vibes when you are around way. And we don't want no bad vibes. Give that for
feel free. Plenty of time they make me take up. Not being me, now it's time I show what left inside me. So tell me, why should I avoid it? Just tell me about it, let me find it. That bumper, you go find me behind it. A bottle of rum, and me whining. We doing all day, it's okay. Just tell me about it, let me find it. That bumper, you go find me behind it. A bottle of rum, and me whining. We doing all day, cause I'm
Steady music.
Steady boy. How my life come down to them suck me up. You rip the boy.
DJ
A girl from the station. Says she wanna get some wood. Says she wanna rebuild she dark house. Cause things ain't going so good. Next thing we jump in a small car. She said, man, we not going too far. My girl pull the seat right back. She said, backward in the front. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She said, backward in the front. So me backward in the front. Oh yeah, I'm backward in the front. Oh yeah, pushing, pushing. My girl, the space too small. Pushing, can't put the teeth at all. What we gonna do, hey girl? What we gonna do, hey girl? Girl, what we gonna do? Just tell me. What we gonna do?
the mechanic with the tool.
A little bit, so we don't damage the ride. It's either we end up in a trench now, or over the inside. She asking if I got tools. This girl must take me for fool. So me have the ice on the back now. Backward in the back. Yes, I'm backward in the back. Just like that. So me backward in the back. So me backward in the back. Oh yeah.
The mechanic with the tools. The mechanic with the tools. Boy, the mechanic with the tools. The mechanic with the tools. She tell me she engine a overheat. She want me to fix it. What kind of transmission you a work with and she tell me a stick shift. Me ice up the bonnet click. Me no see no oil when me pushing the dipstick. Now this look like it's a long service. Trust me, it can't be no quick fix. The AC in our work so me start to aspire. Hotter than we a use 10 blow dryer. One thing me a admire. The bumper a shake like it tire with binding wire. Take your time, girl, me a walk on it. Pick and the barrier, the girl and me can it. You in
Drop a dead, never neglect me. Stop them, so electric. Then I die, so he said, you get the picture. Painting perfect.
But my people stay far away. See them far away. But my people stay far away.
Stay far away.
On them, give me the dash and on them, give me the fire and on them, give me the dash and on them,
Yo, DJ Terror. Kiko.
But my people stay far away. Stay far away.
Yo, Melis, stay far away. I want to live far away.
On them, give me the dash and on them, give me the fire and on them, give me the dash and on them,
They don't want me to make it, so me take them to the basic. Teach them fit, tie them laces. Been through so many cases and seen so many faces, but some of them so racist. I mean, I stop saying me graces. Oh, our father places.
You from east, you from west. Bloody vibes up, big up on the chest. From the worst up, from the best. Greatness just a manifest. Drop a take, never neglect me. Shop them, so electric. Them a style ya, so he said. You get the picture, keep it perfect.
but my people stay far away. See them far away.
Be a baller, what a Michael John, what a meditation, don't make it slant. No got no ego, so they can massage. Straight down the lane like a Kevin Durant. What me tell them?
But my people stay far away.
Bounce, when I see them far away. When I see them bad, my people stay far away. Bounce, stay far away.
You don't know a thing about my crew. Not a thing. You don't know a thing about my crew. Not a thing. You don't know a thing about my crew. Not a thing. You don't know a thing about.
Well, who said a man can't wine on more than one girl?
in for the prayer, which will now be rendered by Pastor Bernard Boland, Jr.
Pleasant good night to everybody. Psalms 126 verse 5 says, "Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. He who goes out weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, bringing his sheaves with him." May we bow our heads. Father, we thank you tonight that we are here at this great event for the opening of this constituency office. We thank you for the one that you have placed here in the person of Natasha Gray. And God, we thank you for her heart. We thank you for her submission. We thank you for the way that you have guided her until this day. Father, Jeremiah 29 and verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans for you to prosper and to bring you an expected end." And we declare tonight that her end is good. We declare tonight that even though she may have a rocky start, we declare tonight over her life that it will be a perfect finish. And we declare that no weapon that is formed against her shall be able to prosper, and every tongue that would rise up against her in judgment that your word has already condemned. We cover this constituency office with the blood of Jesus, and God, we declare that wisdom will overshadow her mind and that she would give instructions even as you would have her to give instructions. We pray, oh God, for the strength of God upon her, for the peace of God upon her, and even for the joy of the Lord, which is her strength. And God, over these proceedings tonight, we pray your peace. We come against every work of iniquity, everything that would want to disturb the atmosphere, and we declare the peace of God shall travail in this atmosphere tonight. In Jesus' name we pray, and for your name's sake, amen and amen.
You may be seated. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, brothers and sisters, a very pleasant good evening is extended to each and every one of you. Right off, let me warmly welcome you to Stainforth Street for the official opening of our constituency office here in Constituency 1. It is my pleasure to guide you along our simple proceeding this evening. It won't be long, I can assure you, because we want you to have time to socialize with one another, time to socialize with our candidate, Mrs. Natasha Grey-Brookes, and we want to make sure that when you leave here, you will be more than ever convinced that this is the right choice at this the right time in this upcoming general election. Can't hear me? As we proceed now, I'm going to call on a very special person to offer greetings to you. He is a little stranger to the stage, but he won't be a stranger to you. He felt it necessary this evening to be able to speak to you. And so, with much fanfare, I ask you to welcome the husband of Natasha Shanny Grey-Brookes, Mr. Charles Brooks.
Good evening to one and all. It gives me great pleasure and an honor to be here to welcome each and every one to this, what I will call a very special program this evening. It's a program that is leading up to seeing Natasha Grey-Brookes, Pam, into Parliament. There is no other choice. Natasha has come a very long way. She has been helpful in seeing the success of many candidates. And if she can do it for them, she can more than do it for her. I also would like to see a clean and proper opening of the office, free of all workers of iniquity in high and low places, and that to enter that office, it will be free of any signs of wickedness. We ask the complete blessings on that particular office, and all who enters that office to conduct business, and that business will be done in the name of the Most High God. Nothing can be successful without God Almighty. So here and then I am asking Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam to enter that constituency office without fear and be a conqueror unto conquer. She would leave from that office and she will march down to Church Street, to government headquarters with the new Prime Minister, Sean Kenneth Richards, and his team. So I'm looking forward that each and every one who is here and who hears my voice to do the right thing. And the right thing is to put the X to Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes. And that comes from me and on behalf of our little baby girl who cannot now say anything for her, so I would be the one to represent her. Thank you.
And now we have a cultural presentation for you. Sit back, enjoy, dance if you want. You don't have to strain your neck. You can get up and look. We now continue. And I would just like to say welcome to East Basseterre, to the next representative for Constituency 8, Mr. Chesley Hamilton. The next Constituency 3, Mr. Kervin Milobach Freeman. The current representative for Constituency 4, the Honorable Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant, and our esteemed leader of this great party that is always putting people first, established since 1965, the People's Action Movement, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, and next Prime Minister of this great federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I now invite to the podium the Honorable Lindsay Grant, who will offer some words to our, what are you? Next parliamentary representative for East Basseterre in Parliament, who will be Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes.
Members, friends, supporters of the People's Action Movement, a pleasant good evening. I am so happy to be here this evening. Very, very happy to be here this evening. Because as we are here on a Friday afternoon in the month of May, very shortly, East Basseterre and the warriors of the East will have the opportunity very shortly to say the Honorable Natasha Shanny Grey-Brookes. We've started a glorious and a wonderful campaign. And as we go through the length and breadth of the country, I am of the firm belief and view that very shortly, within 45 days, we are going to have a brand new government in Church Street. A brand new government of the People's Action Movement and the Concerned Citizens Movement. And I want to pause for you to understand that in our midst we have the next Prime Minister, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards. And I am so happy that when I passed the mantle in 2012, I passed the mantle to Sean, because you know it was Sean and another gentleman. Oh, you don't even get the joke on a Friday afternoon. But in Sean we have a man who is going to lead us. He's going to lead us to where we expect it to be in 2015 and 2020. And I want to tell you, don't lose hope. Have faith. Because the day is coming very shortly when you're going to get a government that you deserve. But you can't get a government that you deserve unless East Basseterre. And I'm looking at East Basseterre and the energy that's coming from East Basseterre. And I know East Basseterre is going to deliver East Basseterre to Shanny and the people in action. I ain't come to talk long. But I want to say something before I leave the podium. Shanny, Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes by this name long time. Is somebody you can depend on. Somebody you can put your trust in. And somebody who's going to work for East Basseterre tirelessly. And not tirelessly for herself, but tirelessly for the community of East Basseterre. You know a lot of things happening around you. But I don't want you in East Basseterre and the rest of the community to be confused. Because when they come at the 11th hour, Shanny been here on the first hour, on the second hour, the third hour, and beyond. And the 11th hour when they bring in their goods and their tidings, don't be fooled by that. Understanding East Basseterre, you have a woman who believes in you. And you believe in them and her. And so you know, in East Basseterre, you have to deliver East Basseterre. I know in East Basseterre you've looked at your list and you feel confident that Shanny is ahead of the fray. But please do not be fooled and misguided by the list. The work still has to be done. My mother always told me that garbage in equal garbage out, which means that what you put in is what you get out. And do not be weary in well doing. I just want to give you a little story before I leave this podium. And the story is this. I have been on the campaign trail for a very long time. I see Gloria smiling, my campaign warrior and my prayer warrior and all kind of warrior Gloria is. But we've been on the campaign trail. And one thing about the campaign trail is that sometimes you go with a particular thinking which is not correct. And you only understand what is happening when you're on the campaign trail. I went to a particular house in my constituency. And when I approached the family, that's traditionally Labour. But I know Shanny is doing it. We ain't leaving any house out. We're going to every single house. Do not let them give you the opportunity to say you did not visit that house. Now, some houses you're going to go, and depending on how they are, they're going to curse you. But that's the politics. You have to let, what I say, water run off your back like a duck or something like that. But what you have to understand, you have to be circumspect with them. I will give you a story. When I started out my campaign in 2000, I went to a house in Challengers. When I went for the first time in Challengers, I got some bad words. I ain't gonna call them. I knock on the door. The man come out. Grant. I said, I'm Lindsay Grant. I'm running for the People's Action Movement. Remember that's 2000. Get to out my yard. So I so ashamed because I'm young in the business unit. I put my book under my arm and I walk away. I went back about a month later. Good afternoon, Lindsay Grant. Get to out my yard. I pick up my thing and I gone. The third occasion that I went, The same thing. I said, hold on. Let me ask you something. I don't know you. You know me? He said, yeah, I know you. I said, but why this anger? I could understand if you support the Labour Party. I have no problem with that. But why you going on like, but you throw me out my house? I said, what house you talking about? But you write me a letter and throw me out the house? I said, oh, I understand. I said, boss, let me tell you something. I am a lawyer. Then, I said, when the name came up, I write the letter on instructions to my client. Me ain't know who you be. And I tell you, you got to leave the house. He said, it's true. I said, yes, I don't know you. And would you believe I turned that gentleman from a big and staunch supporter of the Labour Party to one of my biggest candidates, biggest supporters in challengers. The moral of the story is, don't leave any stone unturned. Because every voter, every person is a potential voter for you. And so, Shanny, this is for you. As you go along East Basseterre, and this race is not an easy race. I ain't fooling myself, and I'm not coming here to fool anybody. I won by 351 votes in Constituency 4. But in 2022, I starting from ground zero. Which means I'm taking every single voter as they appear before me. Every single voter. Because this election is an election of the people. And the people have to speak. But what I want to tell you is that do not be fooled by the money that's being thrown around. Because they have a lot of money. I don't know where they get it from, but they have a lot of money. And so, Shanny, don't look at the money. We have to get into the hearts and the minds of the voters of East Basseterre. The hearts and the minds of the voters of East Basseterre. And I know that when the votes are counted on election day, Shanny's name will be etched in the annals and the history of East Basseterre and St. Kitts, in the politics of it. Somebody told me yesterday that they thought Shanny was a seasoned campaigner on the platform. Because you hear how she sound? I mean, Shanny sound good, you know. Shanny sound nice, and sweet, you know. But it's not all in the speaking. Because you know in East Basseterre, Shanny has delivered for you. Not in Parliament, but she has delivered for you. And you can only appreciate what Shanny can deliver for you in the Parliament. And so this race in East Basseterre is an easy race. It's an easy race because Shanny has been true East Basseterre. Shanny has been tried, tested, and proven in East Basseterre. And I know East Basseterre is going to deliver the seat for the People's Action Movement. But anyway, they only tell me I only had a minute, but you know how it is. And the chairperson here is watching me. But the wrong thing to do is to give a politician a mic. But I just want to say, I am proud of Shanny. I know East Basseterre is proud of Shanny. And I know that we are going to deliver a massive defeat of the old Labour Party and the fake Labour Party. We are going to deliver a massive defeat. And so, as we stand and sit here on a Friday afternoon in May. I want you to give me 3 cheers for the next representative of East Basseterre. Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. And I am a senior now, you know, so I can't remember that. But isn't that Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. So let's go. 3 cheers for Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. Good afternoon.
We continue at this time, and we will call a young warrior of the East, Miss Quinika Catty. Hope I call your name right, Quinika. Okay, not too bad then. Quinika Catty, and she will be doing a poem.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I will be reading a poem by the name of Rise Up. I know of a little girl living in a country in a big, big world. She's a clever little one with much to say, but she never speaks. Nobody sees anything her way. She thinks many thoughts with a smile on her face, thoughts of how to make the world a better place. But she sees being shut out and shut out. You see, whenever she speaks, she stops abruptly, so that Mr. John and Mr. Jones can tell their same old ideas. Whenever she tries to spread the love, nobody bothers to care, although we are all equal members of the human race. Because of her gender, she must keep a woman's place. Well, I am a woman, you are a woman, and our place is on top. We are queens, and queens be kings. So rise up, little girl, rise up.
Rise up. And Shanny has risen to the challenge. Just before we get to the presentation by Mrs. Grey-Brookes, I'm going to call on a quiet gentleman, very quiet. And so I crave your indulgence as he delivers to you some remarks from his heart towards his mother. Deshaun Johnny Kings, Natasha's son.
Good night. Well, I was asked to share some words on this podium tonight, and they're not sure if for real. And maybe that's why as a drummer and not a singer. So, but it was to introduce my mother, so I got to be strong just like her and come up here and share a couple of words of insight. So the reasons for me saying she's strong: at the tender age of 16, she gave birth to me, and not knowing what may pan out for her in the future, that didn't stop her from making herself and us proud. She managed to get a job done by Mr. Keynes to support herself, and then went off to pursue her studies to become one of St. Kitts and Nevis' best lawyers. Couple years after completing her school studies, she started her own law firm, which is just around the corner, Gray's Legal Chambers. And if you need any legal consultation, the number is 466-9839. 466-9839. Well, and my mother is a very, very strong, independent person. And I think East Bastia is in great hands. I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago, my mom had my mom had a miscarriage, which had her very devastated, including myself and the rest of the family. But that didn't deprive her from following her dreams and ambitions. But then, on the 22nd March this year, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl who's sitting right to the front. And yeah, she gave birth, and she's Alright. So she's now proud. She's a now proud mother of 2 children. And I don't know why she waited till almost 24 years now to get her next child. I was the only child all my life, and yeah. But that's how we go sometimes. Now both of us, including Charles Garcia, with the whole of East Bastia, and she will be the next representative of this constituency. This just shows how much of a fighter and strong woman she is. This is the person who will get things done around here in East Bastia. I ain't much of a big speaker, but I can assure you, my mother was destined to do great things, and I know by God's grace, she will do right by the people of East Bastia. So everyone, get to their feet. Let us welcome the next representative of East Bastia, my mother, Natasha Shanicia Grey-Brookes. Pam.
Ooh, it's a good thing I'm coming a big girl boy. No more crying. Ooh. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, a pleasant good night. East Bastia, George Street, can you hear me? Catty Alley, can you hear me? Ponds Pasture, can you hear me? Ponds Extension, can you hear me? Bird Rock, Frigate Bay, can you hear me? 4th Street, Taylors, Brand Street, can you hear me? Manchester Avenue, can you hear me? Are you ready for your next parliamentary representative? I want to thank one and all for coming out this evening. I want to pay special mention to my dear husband, Charles Brooks. After hearing him speak tonight, I somehow thought he was a little pastor there. And I want to say special welcome as well to my mother, Miss Beryl Gray. My dear son, Deshaun Keynes, also known as Johnny, who almost made me cry tonight, but as he said, his mother is strong. And my sweet little princess, Campaign, who's sitting right in the front. I also must pay special welcome to my political leader, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, and my colleagues. Welcome to the grand opening of your constituency office. Not my constituency office, your constituency office. The doors will be open very shortly. It is not just for Pam, It is for Labour, PLP, CCM, NRP, Independent, East Basseterre. This constituency office is for everybody. This is your home. Don't be afraid. I welcome you, and I welcome you home, one and all. I also would like to say a special welcome to my friends from Santo Domingo. Those who are here with us tonight and those who are listening to the sound of my voice. Mi amigos de Santo Domingo, buenas noches y bienvenidos. Estamos felices por su presencia y su apoyo. Esperamos su voto el día de las elecciones. Estoy aquí para servir a todos ustedes. Buenas noches, mi amigos. Vota Natasha Grey-Brookes Pam. Pam is here and here to stay. We are alive and strong. Don't let anybody fool you. This election is ours to win. And by hook or by crook, we will win each seat for the people of this great federation. We are not going anywhere, and we are not leaving any stones unturned. Pam is here and ready to continue your work, the good work that we have started. And I thank my colleagues for working so hard for the people of this great federation. East Basseterre, I must say a special thank you for the warm welcome, for embracing me as your candidate since I was announced in October of 2021, just a mere 7 months ago. I thought I had about 4 years to win all the hearts, but I only have a few months. But I would ensure that I touch each and every heart, whether it is virtually, physically, emotionally, because I love you and I know you love me too. Being a candidate has been a very rewarding experience because I love to bring smile to the faces of others. It is not about money for me. It is about making sure that people feel wanted, people feel treasured, people feel loved. That is the person I am. I am all about others, not of self. Your love and encouragement, your enthusiasm and excitement, it continues to fuel me. And I am truly grateful for your support. Let me tell you, as I look out on this audience, and as I think of the many at home watching this broadcast, following us on social media, or contemplating, I say it loudly for everyone to hear. I am ready to serve you. I am eager to listen you. I am willing to fight for you. And I am not just with you, I am a part of you. I am optimistic for what we will accomplish together. I promise to work tirelessly to ensure that I am the best representative for East Basseterre. Not just some of the times, not just when elections is coming up, but day in, day out, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I will continue to carry and uphold the mission, the vision, and the values of the People's Action Movement. This evening, we open the doors of your constituency office. We are ready to offer tangible support, on-the-ground engagement, and to ensure that there is always access to your candidate, access to your representative. And I would always be available to the constituents of East Basseterre. And that is why I want to ensure that we carry out the pledge of ensuring that there is a council in place and so that each community is represented. Our boots are on the ground. I want to thank my canvassers, people like Alondo, Faith, Laurencia, Verna. I see you out in the crowd. I want to thank you. Dominique, Deshan, you're going to be joining them on Monday, else you can't come home. You know, I'm just joking because, you know, your mommy love you, but you're joining them next week still, eh? I volunteer you. We are digging in our feet and we are gearing up for the fight ahead so that together we can successfully bring home the seed for the People's Action Movement here in East Basseterre. The opening of this office is Pam's promise to you that we are committed. We are committed to this battle and to finishing what we have started. This building is an emblem, a marker, and part of the great framework of the People's Action Movement. East Basseterre now joins the list of the other PAM constituency offices that have already been opened around the country. We are solidifying our place in the physical and social fabric of PAM, which is rooted and grounded in the people. PAM is always about the people. We continue to put people first. This office is our bastion to show that we will not be intimidated by arrogance and unscrupulous practices. We will not be blinded by propaganda. We will not be deterred by victimization and corruption. Our agenda is sound, our team is focused, and our vision is clear. Let me, at this point, congratulate all the candidates so far for the People's Action Movement. In number 1, it will be Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. In number 2, it will be Honorable Jonelle Powell. In number 3, we are on the go with Milo Kervin Freeman. In number 4, it is Grant for sure. In number 5, it is our next Prime Minister, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards. Don't worry about number 6 because we will be sharing links as well right down there in number 6. And in number 7, we don't want those people over there. And so Pam will be taking over number 7. In number 8, it will be Chesty O'Neill Hamilton. Well, on the ballot, it is Hamilton. But Chesty O'Neill Hamilton. We have a country to build. We have people to lift out of poverty. We have social programs to expand, and we have families to take care of and lives to enrich. Tonight, I reaffirm my commitment to you, the people of East Basseterre. To my colleagues of PAM, my family, I reaffirm my commitment to keeping the promise, to stand and take action, to realize the goals and the missions of the People's Action Movement. It is an honor to stand on the legacy of the People's Action Movement that people like Sir Kennedy Simmons have built on, that people like Dame Constance Mitchum has built on, that people like the late Richard Keynes have built on. PAM is a movement. It is a movement of the people, by the people, and for the people. We continue to carry the torch and keep the flame burning, fueled by the principles of PAM and the Real Unity agenda. An agenda that is people-centered, an agenda that is development-centered, an agenda that stands on good governance, transparency, and democracy. East Basseterre, we are on a mission. Are you on that mission with me? This election is about securing and building on the PAM-inspired gains of the past and taking affirmative action to deliver on the promises made at the beginning of the Team Unity Coalition. Because we need more. The people of St. Kitts and Nevis deserves more. More social and physical support for the women and girls of this country. more empowerment and resources for all families, not just some, more jobs for the unemployed, more access to resources to start businesses, more scholarships and training opportunities to pursue dreams. Thank you, Mr. Brooks, Pam. More community investment in healthcare, in recreational spaces, in psychosocial care. More and better use of our CBI funds to touch and change the lives of others. More safety nets for our poor and vulnerable. More investment in agriculture for food security. More investment to those persons who are living with disabilities. People of East Basseterre, the People's Action Movement is ready to deliver more. And that is the promise we stand on. Pam will deliver more. Our political leader, the Honorable Sean Richards, he stood up for more. My colleagues, Honorable Lindsay Grant and Honorable Jonelle Powell, they stood up for more. Our partners in Nevis, Mark Bradley, Alexis Jeffers, as well as the Honorable Eric Evelyn, they stood up for more. PAM supporters all over this country raised their voices for more. All those who are being recently victimized and intimidated, we will stand up for more. Together, we stand for more. Hamilton and Milo join this team for more. I, Natasha Grey-Brookes, Pam, am offering myself up for more. This election, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis are demanding more because we all deserve more. And this evening, we say no more to accepting just the bare crumbs, no more to the minimum. As I reflect on my own journey from being a teenage mom and working my way up, going to school, raising a child, having a family, I know that if more was not my watchword, I would be nowhere today. So when I tell you that we need to demand more, I am speaking from my own bowels, literally. I am speaking for the young mothers. I am speaking for those who feel hopeless because their one moment of pleasure casted a shadow of doubt over the rest of their future. I am speaking for the single mothers who count their blessings daily, but who wish they could lean in and have more options to develop themselves and seek more. I am speaking for the children who look to their mothers and fathers, wondering where their next meals are coming from, wondering why they do not have access to what their neighbors and classmates have, why they do not have more. I am speaking for people like Nogger who wants to know why he doesn't have more. I am speaking for the young people who need more support. I am speaking to people like Ayman and Bucky down in George Street because they deserve more. They need more counseling, more counselors to help to shape their ideas and their paths for a better future. On this platform and in that constituency office which belongs to you, the great people of East Basseterre, I am standing tonight in your honor. And I am standing here to show them that their dreams can become a reality. And what they lack and what they hope for is possible. More and better are achievable. PAM will be the platform and the foundation on which they stand to get more support, more achievement, more resources for themselves and their families. Their dreams and their hopes are the reasons why I offer myself to be your humble servant here in East Basseterre. I am grateful that this journey has brought me. You see, I am a part of a team of people with real stories, real experiences, and real agendas. Our promises are rooted in our very real journeys. Our dreams are the people's dreams because our paths and are the people's paths. We are resilient, we are powerful, and every now and then we need a hand or two to help us up. Are you ready for me to be that hand to help you up? Are you ready for me to take you to the next level? Are you ready for me to stand up for you and fight for you? East Basseterre, I am your woman. I am Charles' wife, but I am your woman. I am the person who will ensure that East Basseterre returns to the best days, the glory days. Better days are coming for East Basseterre. Shanny is that hand. Take my hand, because we will be walking down to Church Street. Pam is that hand. Sean Richards is that hand. Lindsay Grant is that hand. John L. Powell is that hand. Chesty Hamilton is that hand. Kevin Milo Box Freeman is that hand. We are all walking hand in hand. That is the promise on which we stand. We are for the people. That is the promise which symbolizes by this constituency office in East Basseterre. Together, we will shape East Basseterre. We all want to see the best for East Basseterre, and by extension, St. Kitts and Nevis. We know that the St. Kitts and Nevis that we will get under the PAM CCM administration will allow our children to know that their goals are attainable, and that will allow families to know that they are worthy, and that their hard work will put food on the table and clothes on the backs of their children and money in their pockets. Not just money from week to week, but money that can go on the bank account, money that can go into investments, money that can buy stocks, money that can buy a vehicle, money that can buy a home, money that can buy anything, and money that can say, here Laurencia, here is $100, here Vanessa, here is $50. We want to get back to those days where money will be put upon money, and people will be saying, Lord, I don't have no space in my house for the money. The money is too much, but we deserve more. Together, we will build a St. Kitts and Nevis that is the best place to live, the best place to work, the best place to do business, and the best place to raise a family. Together, we will safeguard and build on the 57 years of the People's Action Movement and all the gains that we have made in this country. As your custodian, as your next representative, I am more than ready to carry the torch of the great PAM legacy. This evening, I am humbled. I say thank you to everyone who made this journey possible. My colleagues, I say thank you for welcoming me. My son, I say thank you for this bottle of water. And I offer a special thank you to our visionary leader, humble leader, our bold leader, the next Prime Minister, our own, the man that who will give people licks down in number 5, a man for the people, a man of the people, the next Prime Minister of this great federation, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards Pam. Mr. Leader, you have been raised for a time like this. Your country needs your leadership. Leadership that we can depend on. Leadership that persons in Constituency 1 can depend on. Not just those in number 5. Leadership for those persons in number 4, 3, 2, 8, and all those people over in Nevis as well, you would be the Federation's Prime Minister, not just a Prime Minister for one constituency. I am excited. I am heated. Lord, you see us sweating. But the days ahead are bright. And I will continue to meet more of my constituents. For those of you who haven't seen me yet, don't worry, I am coming. Don't worry, I am coming. And I will continue to rally for you and keep the promise of transparency. I will continue to ensure that we would have people-centered governance and ensure the best representation for the people of East Basseterre. This evening, we officially declare that East Basseterre is PAM territory. East Basseterre is PAM territory. Tell them you don't want to hear nothing about Hanley. You don't want to hear nothing about nobody from PLP. You don't want to hear nothing about nobody who wasn't independent. It is PAM, PAM, PAM. And for those of you who have strayed away, I say welcome home. Those of you who sat with me on the morning of the 6th of June in that constituency office 2020 and encouraged me to run, I say thank you. And even if you don't want to talk to me now, I say thank you. It is because of people like you that I will continue to fight for East Basseterre. Those of you who don't want to talk to me, I say thank you. And for those of you who want to come home, I say come home. Come home, come home. It is supper time. Those of you who have wandered away, we love you still. And for those of you who are here tonight, we will have a wonderful night tonight because everything in PAM is nice, nice, and sweet, sweet. I love you, I love you, I love you. God bless you, and let us continue to have a wonderful evening.
East Basseterre, we are ready. Are you ready to join us on this journey? Warriors of the East, are you ready for the journey? Warriors of the East, are you ready for Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes? Warriors of the East, if you are ready for this journey, then we are ready to rumble. We are ready to rumble. And rumble we will. From the eastern part of 4th Street to the southeast peninsula, we are covering every ground. From as far as north as Taylor's to the Bay Road, we are covering every ground. We have been to Taylor's, we have been to Pond's Pasture. Shanny has been out on her own as well. But if you haven't seen us, we will come back around because there are some that we may have missed and we don't want to miss anyone. So get ready, warriors of the East. Get ready, because this train has left the station and speed it is gaining unto election day. Warriors of the East, I ask you now to join me in welcoming our esteemed leader of the People's Action Movement, the Honorable Sean Richards, who will bring some remarks.
just all the same thing I hear. And how it have a better day coming.
Mr. DJ.
But anyhow that life look around, I see the whole world.
What all-time song that? The only Chesley dance.
Heading for destruction, people committing crimes and what they escape. They're doing all that for the children's sake. The lion and the lion and the lion and the lion. Because the lion and the lion and the lion and the lion. Better days are coming. There you go. And wait, man. Bus workers on strike, all workers down too. So your children can get bus to go to school. The electric people can't
Thank you.
so no like so your child to cram for GC.
Thank you. Mr. DJ, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Better days are coming. Coming. Tonight, I am indeed happy to be here in East Basseterre for the opening of the constituency office. You just heard from the next representative for this constituency, Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes, Pam. If I did not know better, I would have sworn that Shanny has been on the podium for several years now. A very powerful presentation coming from a very powerful young woman. As Shanny spoke, the whole place began to shake. Even the sign right here on the podium, it fell off from the tremor that Shanny caused here in East Basseterre. I got a message to say that the tremor measured 11.1 on the Richter scale. Magnitude 1 in constituency number 1. Shanny, you're a powerful woman. And I have no doubt that you will be the next representative for East Basseterre. I want to acknowledge the presence, of course, of my colleagues. From constituency number 4, we have the current representative and the man who will be returned as the representative for constituency number 4, Grant for sure. In number 2, we have Jepito, the Honorable John L. Franchette Powell. Next door, we are on the go with Milo, the man who is going to make history in constituency number 3, bringing it home to the People's Action Movement for the very first time in history. Of course, in number 8, we have none other than my good friend, Chesley Barcoliko Hamilton. Hamilton, my apologies. Chesley is no stranger to politics. He has been the chairman of the People's Action Movement and he has run twice before, but for the very first time, he is going to be victorious. No longer will he have to sit in the gallery of the parliament, but he will be sitting amongst the benches of those elected to parliament. Tonight, I thank all of you for your very warm welcome. It is a joy and privilege each time I get the opportunity to be with you. Especially you, the people of East Basseterre. But this evening, there is something special in the air. I feel a wind. I feel a shift. I feel an energy like never before in East Basseterre. It is telling me that Natasha, Shanny, Grey-Brookes Pam has sent a shockwave throughout this constituency. Shanny is in the building. Pam is in the building. And renewal is in the air. Thank all of you for coming out this evening. So whether you have come from here in East Basseterre, whether you have come from Old Road, St. Paul's, Keyon, McKnight, Santo Domingo, Guyana, wherever you have come from, I thank you for joining us this evening for this movement of continuity, this movement of rebirth. I say thanks to those who are following at home. I also say thanks to those who are still undecided about joining our team. But we are assured that eventually you will make the right choice. You will make the people's choice. You will make the choice that will choose leadership that places your best interests, your children's interests, and your family's interests at the forefront. We can continue to encourage you to join the fight to rescue this, our beautiful and beloved country. And while you have some persons who are still skeptical, each day that we are on this campaign trail and we talk to more and more people, we are seeing that the excitement is getting more palpable. You know why? It is because we are connected to people. We are speaking and addressing the issues which are of concern to you. People know that Pam cares. And we are the party of the people who will restore integrity in public life and good governance. And let me say, for the record, to the good people of this federation, that you know that you are going to support the People's Action Movement because you have seen the People's Action Movement in action and you know we care about you. You can judge us by our record in this recent PAM-inspired government and the many gains that we have made in the last 5 decades in the life of this country. We continue to keep the promise to all of the people of this federation. We are transparent. We came to you in good times and we came back to you in the bad times to report to you, to be accountable to you, and to tell you quite clearly what was not working for us and what was not working for you. We came to you with the failings that we had exposed for all of you to be able to see and understand. Having said that, I understand that today Senator Wendy Phipps had a press conference. Let me say that Senator Phipps is a young and intelligent woman from Sandy Point whom I've always admired and respected, and I will continue to respect her. As a matter of fact, there was a time when I approached Senator Phipps about becoming a candidate for PAM. And so when she became a senator, I fully embraced the choice that was made. She and I have enjoyed a wonderful relationship in cabinet, and we have had many opportunities to discuss many issues affecting the government. We spoke about the good and we spoke about the ills. Quite often, she expressed her extreme and vexing disappointment with Timothy Harris. She has totally and utterly rebuked many of his actions and her desire for better leadership. If you all think that I am plain and frank, you need to get to know Wendy. I know that as team unity as we know it has come to an end. Wendy probably has concerns about her pension. I respect her concerns, and indeed I empathize with her concerns. She has stated that an investigation is to be undertaken with respect to UDC. I welcome the investigations because I have always said that I have absolutely nothing to hide. I simply asked Wendy to do one thing during her investigations. The one thing that I appeal to Wendy to do is to investigate a company by the name of Alfonso, owned by Lenworth Harris, and report to the public all of the facts relating to the transaction between that company and UDC. I said no more on that because I do believe I will have other occasions to speak about UDC. Tonight is about Shanny. And so tonight, you have heard from Shanny. You have heard from a next woman who is very frank, very plain, and very passionate. It is also why I approached Shanny about becoming the candidate for East Basseterre. I like her passion. I admire her intelligence. I admire her plainness. I admire the fact that I have seen her working, looking after the interests of the people of East Basseterre. I have seen Shanny with her soup kitchen, making sure that those in this constituency who need a meal, that she is there to give them a meal. A caring woman in this constituency. I have attended her back to school fair, where she ensures that any child in East Basseterre who is in need of school supplies to return to school, that they are taken care of. Shanny, until the 1st of January, I think it was, when she fooled me and told me that she was having a housewarming party, which actually was a wedding. The house was warmed, I agree with you. She said the house was warmed because she got a husband to keep her warm in the house. Words. You see why you're a liar? So, prior to the 1st of January, Shanny has been a single woman. You heard her son, who said to you that for the last 24 years, he remained an only child. Shanny raised her son on her own. So she understands what it is, especially for single mothers, to be able to have to send their children to school. She understands that it is not every mother who has the financial means to be able to send their children to school in a manner that they would like. That is why she has come forward with her back to school fair to help those mothers, those parents who are not in the best of position to send their children back to school. As a matter of fact, I said to you on Monday evening that as I canvassed East Street with her, there is a young lady who stopped us and said to us that because of COVID-19, she was out of a job. She had absolutely no idea how she was going to be able to afford the essentials to send her children that she cares so much about back to school. She complimented Shanny. She thanked Shanny. She said, never before I had to send my children to the back to school fair, because when I worked, I was able to afford the books and the bags, the pens and the pencils which were needed for my children to return to school. However, this time around, she couldn't afford it, and she was able to benefit from the goodness of Shanny. That is why you must vote for Shanny here in East Basseterre. Shanny isn't depending on any paycheck from the government to assist the people here in East Basseterre. She was doing it from her own pocket. She has also sponsored a book club here in East Basseterre because, again, she recognizes the importance of education. She recognizes that just as she has been able to move out of poverty through education, that so many other children here in East Basseterre can move out of poverty through an education. She has made books available to the young children here in East Basseterre so that by reading those books, they can become better educated. So that when she is no longer a lawyer, when she is no longer the representative for this constituency, she can look back and she can smile and she can feel comfortable in her retirement age that she has made a difference. She has ensured that she has provided the resources for young persons here in East Basseterre to come forward and take up the mantle of leadership here in East Basseterre. That is why I admire Shanny. That is why I present Shanny to you, the people of East Basseterre. A woman who has demonstrated that she has the utmost interest of the people of East Basseterre at heart. I have always said that actions speak louder than words. Shanny has thus far indicated by her very own actions that she is the most capable person to represent the interests of the people of East Basseterre. I have never heard that Shanny has been arrested, handcuffed, thrown in the back of a pickup, and taken to the police station, unlike what happened very recently to one of the proposed candidates here for East Basseterre. Are you look shocked? Are you in tune into what's happening? No? Are you know nothing about that? You must ask why you say? I just hear somebody calling him. Oh, if I had money, I would have paid you. But that is Shanny. And so you are not going to hear that about Shanny. Because as I said to you, Shanny's interest is focused on looking after the people of East Basseterre. She has demonstrated it over and over again. I said to you on Monday evening, as we were having the town hall meeting right here in East Basseterre, that a young man who was sitting in the back, when Chesley spoke, he said, indeed, Chesley is correct, because it is Shanny who saved me from going to jail. It is Shanny who saved me from having a police record. I had a matter, and she gave me sterling representation that at the end of her submission, I was found not guilty. The gentleman said, if it wasn't for the fact that he's afraid of victimization, he would have taken to the platform and give his own personal testimony. But I am happy that there are those of us who were able to hear this young man speak about the goodness of Natasha Shanny Grey-Brookes Hammer. It is the same representation that she provided to that gentleman that she will provide to you, the residents of East Basseterre. It is the same representation. So you can be assured that in Shanny, you have found a woman. You have found one of you here from East Basseterre. You have found a caring person who will continue to look after the needs of the people of East Basseterre. I note that there is a contingent here from Nevis for the opening of this constituency office, and I welcome them. It means Jonel had an opening. No one from CCM came. And he from Nevis. His ancestor, his mother. It means that Shanny is a powerful woman. She not only has reach in East Basseterre, but she has reach in Nevis, and so she has drawn persons from Nevis. Vanessa said that the Southeast Peninsula is in East Basseterre, and so she is able to go over there and pull over the people from Nevis. Shanny, you're a powerful woman. You're a strong woman. You are a caring woman. So that is why I want Shanny in government to serve you. I want Shanny in government to satisfy the needs of the people of East Basseterre. Those of us who have been in government, as you know, we walked away. And I am certain that if Shanny had already been elected, she too would have walked away because she supports the ideals of the People's Action Movement and she stands on the side of right. Those of us who were there, we refused to be satisfied when corruption became endemic to the administration and an inhibitor to progress. We knew it was not right, and it could never, ever be right. We refused to sit back and to accept the railroading and roadblocks to our agenda, to your agenda. So here we are again, asking you, the people, to send us back to Parliament. We have brought on board additional team members that we know have the same values and principles as we do, as you do. That is why I am so pleased to be here this evening at the opening of this office for Shanny, a woman of immense integrity, intelligence, and experience. A woman who tells it like it is and who walks her walk in grace and in truth. Shanny is every petition and vision in one package. She has walked the trail of the downtrodden. She has walked the trail of the outcast. And she has walked the trails of the privileged. That is why she understands people. Shanny knows despair, but Shanny also knows hope. She identifies with the single mother, and she identifies with families. She knows failure, and she knows achievement. She knows perseverance, but she also knows success. Shanny knows resilience. Shanny knows her roots. She knows herself. She knows her platform, and she knows her promise. She knows her constituents. She is one of you. She is the mother, the daughter, the woman, the professional, the girl next door. My message to you tonight is a simple message. This team that we have assembled is not one built for just winning elections, but a team built for winning the country and taking the country forward. It is a team built for building lives, for shaping the future of St. Kitts and Nevis. This is a team that will work with you to take back our communities And I need Shanny and my team for the real work, the work of real unity. Under my leadership, I have committed to the principles of making this a much more just society. Under my leadership, I vow to lead a team that respects the importance of serving our country and serving our people from the core of our heart. A team of men and women with integrity who will condemn corruption, but a team that will also bring the government closer to you, the people. A team that will secure jobs, create more opportunities for you and for your families, and build a strong and credible partnership for local and foreign investment. A team that will narrow the income gap. A team that will expand social programs for housing, social security, and entrepreneurship. A team that will prioritize education and prioritize the arts. A team that will take care of families, women, children, and the elderly. Tonight, I ask you to give your support to that team that promotes opportunities for all. Opportunities for work. Opportunities for study. Opportunities for the realization of dreams. Support the team that puts tourism on the map, so that there will be more foreign direct investment and more hospitality opportunities for our people. Vote for the team that will prioritize health care and will improve the services offered at our hospitals and our well-being. Vote for the team that facilitates a safer and more conducive environment for raising a family, for working, and for living. Vote for the team that represents real unity. Your PAM team is working with you and among you. We are listening, consulting, building partnerships, and empowering. This office in East Basseterre is yet another symbol of our outreach. This office is a channel through which you will direct your ideas and your vision. This office is a direct line to your candidate and to the People's Action Movement. Experience has taught us is that we have a formula that works. Your PAM team is reaching out to you wherever you are. That is why we have gone into the communities and chosen candidates that are people on the ground. Our team represents the hopes and dreams of the villages and of the towns. And we have accepted the call because we know PAM is the better team and has always been the better team. So tonight, I call on you to join us in this movement for equal opportunity and for a fair share, for transparency and principled leadership, for humility and for good governance. We call on you here in East Basseterre and all over this nation to rally around the People's Action Movement. To those who have left us, we say to you, come back home and join the movement. Those who are unsure about us, I urge you, to carefully examine our record, interrogate us, engage us on the campaign trail, and you will find us to be the very best team. For those who are joining our movement, we welcome you. We welcome all of you. And we are counting on you to help spread the message of the new wave that will bring change and caring servant leadership to this country. PAM and CCM represent continuity and renewal. We stand on both our record and our promise. This office that is about to open is a new symbol of our commitment to keeping our promise and to safeguarding the gains we have achieved for you through real unity. Tonight, I present to you not only the constituency office for you, the people of East Basseterre, but I present to you a caring representative, a young woman from right here in East Basseterre. I present to you a winner. I present to you your next representative for East Basseterre. Good night. I want to see you with me, yeah. Oh yeah. I want to see you jumping. I want to see you with me, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bang, 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 steady, Eddie, Eddie, let me rock. I want to see you rockin'. I want to see you rockin'. Bang, 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 steady, Eddie, Eddie, let me rock. Let me see you rockin'. Let me see you rockin'. Bang, 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 steady, Eddie, Eddie, let me rock. I want to see you rockin'. I want to see you rockin'. Bang, 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 CD, 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 let me rock. Shore to shore, let the music roll, straight to the Virgin Isles. Carnival is you, carnival is me, we going crazy on the rock city. Hands up, hands up.
Let the church say, sound speech. And now we have come to the event that we have come here for, the opening of our constituency office. And so I invite our young Pamite, Mr. Alonda Toussaint, to present the key to the constituency office to Mrs. Natasha Shanny Grey-Brookes Pam, and then they will cut the ribbon, which will officially open our constituency office. The office will be open every day except Sunday from 9 a.m. from Monday, this coming Monday. You can come, check your name on the list, look for shirts, whatever, make an appointment to see the candidate. Whatever is your desire, politically, the office will be officially open. And so now I ask Alonda to do your part.
Good night. Yeah, okay. Stephen, on behalf of East Basseterre Executive and the young Pamites and the warriors from the East, we're here to stop. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'm standing here tonight with the honor to grant Miss Natasha Grey-Brookes Pam with the new keys for this political chamber. Yeah.
ribbon has been cut. Our office is officially open for business. I invite each and every one of you after this to have a tour of the office. And I also want to tell you that after this formal part of the proceeding, that we have a cash bar where we're running a 3 for 10 special on any of our brewery drinks, and we have some refreshments as well. It is my pleasure to just say a general thank you to each and every one of you for having been here with us. Do continue to have a great night, patronize the bar, and enjoy the refreshment. And when you leave here, have a safe journey home. Warriors from the east, better days are coming.